Fear the Walking Dead.
You took notes?
Yeah.
Nice. Ouch, this is season 4 already, isn't it?
Yep. Alright, well, let's start. Oh, yeah, so this is the episode where we come back and we finally learn a little bit more about what Madison's group has been up to. And we open up to them living at this campsite from what I gather was like a year since we last lost them in season 3 or at the end of season 3.
The baseball field,
Yeah,
right?
the baseball field. So, baseball field. So we catch up with them and they're like they built up a little community, and fucking Nick has become kind of like Nick the farmer and all that. And we come to find out that Madison's trying to mentor or rather comfort a little girl that apparently they found 2 weeks prior out in like the wilderness and shit. We come to find out that this little girl is not who she says she is, and they got Madison and the group looking for fictional parents that in reality she doesn't have, because she's part of this bigger group that we are calling the Vultures. Who she was just basically their little spy gathering intel for them and shit. And so in the at the end of the episode, we leave Madison's group surrounded by these vultures, kind of trying to choke them out and shit. So
it's always nice to have little kids around until some sick, twisted, demented fuck decides to take over their little minds.
Yeah.
Since they did have an infiltrator inside, which was a little girl, maybe she was just communicating the everyday ongoings.
Yeah, all the details, and like, they knew exactly where to threaten them, because they don't have to impose violence, because they either do what they want them to do or they get stuck in there.
That kind of makes you wonder how many other groups they've conquered.
Well, according to him, I think he said it like hundreds of times already. So he could be exaggerating, but still, it's given to know that this isn't their first rodeo. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this episode other than like I did feel like it was a little slower than some of the other Fear episodes. Kind of like meh. Because, and don't get me wrong, I think it's necessary because you're setting up the pieces, right? You're letting everybody know what the situation is going to be with these characters, which we later come to find out that that's not even the true situation, despite the fact that we keep flashbacking to this situation with the Madison's group and everything. Because when we flash forward to where Morgan meets the group and everything, I haven't seen Madison in those situations yet, And so I'm given to believe something happened to Madison, because Nick, Alicia, Luciana, and Victor are together, but there's no Madison to be seen, and they haven't referenced getting back to Madison.
You know what? That's a good point. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So something must have happened to Madison. And then the fact that Nick wanted to kill that dude so badly.
So you're saying it was a flash forward?
Yeah, it was a flash forward. The whole thing with Morgan, what they would consider the present time.
Oh, dude, I did not pick up on that shit. No. Oh, nice. So that means we're going to definitely be seeing more of Nick.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah. Because we're flashbacking back to when they first met the Vultures.
Everything leading up to and stuff.
So yeah. I think we got him covered for this whole season. It just sucks that you already know he's dead. So it's like, well, he's gonna die. Yeah. Well, we've already rated episode 1 the day that it came out. So we gotta rate episode 2 separately then.
All right, cool.
If we're gonna rate episode 2, I'm gonna give episode 2 like a 6, 7 around there.
Yeah, 2 sucked. 3 was fucking awesome. 3 gets a 10 out of me. 3 was Avengers, fucking Infinity War Part 1.
Well, what was 2 then? You just said it sucked.
Oh, yeah. 2 is probably like a solid 6.
6?
6, that works. And that's because it gave me sort of the same vibe as Fear the Walking Dead. But then episode 3, sorry, went and fucking pulled the 180 that I was hoping they would do, but I really thought they weren't going to do it.
All right, so let's go on to episode 3 then. Madison tells Nick she gets through the days by looking for anything she can consider good. And the way she mentioned it was, like fucking anything she'll like an armadillo or a nice sunrise or whatnot. And then the first time we see him do this is with I forgot what you called them. I thought they were lilacs, but they're like blue flowers or whatnot.
I want to say blue tulips.
No, not tulips. It's I forgot what she called them. But anyways, and then that later translates, in my opinion, to Morgan basically giving him that book of peace. You know, how to gain inner peace. But then, you know, we all know how far that gets him.
Had we ever seen that little book before on The Walking Dead?
I want to say yes. I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. So when we find that dude, again, I thought he was a leader, but you tell me he's a brother, so I'm gonna go with what you're telling me. And when he finds that dude again, Nick kills him, finally, which makes me wonder something happened to Madison. I think I've already said this plenty of times, but yeah, the way he was angry at that dude seemed like a little bit more of a vendetta than it was, you know, like, I just hate this dude.
No, and then Morgan even mentioned something like that.
I still don't think Madison's dead, though. I think Madison's still alive. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. It makes it seem like Madison's dead, but that can't be the case. No, you're right.
She can't be dead, because... I mean, if we're getting this Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead crossover that I'm hoping we get, then she can't be dead.
Well, what if Alicia turns out to be the sole survivor before they cross over?
That would be lame as fuck, dude. Because I like the... Oh, fuck, I forget his name. The gay
Victor?
guy. Victor, yes. Yeah. I'm sorry I had to refer to him as that, but I couldn't remember his name, goddammit. Victor.
Yeah.
That's my boy right there. I like that motherfucker. The way he talks.
Yeah, he's dope. I like him. He's a snake, but I like him.
He reminds me of you ever seen that movie Brooklyn or Vampire from Brooklyn? He talks like Eddie Murphy in that one, like, oh yes, I remember.
Let's see. Morgan gives Nick his peace book and tells him that there's still time to be good, but then Joanne kills Nick in his moment of zen. So, Joanne, Charlie, whatever you want to call her, she ended up killing Nick in the end. Which caught me by motherfucking surprise, dude.
Not me. I didn't like that little whore from the start. No, I can't say that. From the start of episode 3. I had my doubts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I didn't completely warm up to her just because she was a kid. But I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Yeah.
And she helped Nick by opening the gate. And then, you know, she looked like she was all scared of Madison when she tried asking her about it.
Yeah.
And stuff. I was like, oh.
Well, she played the role. But, like you said, thank God for those flashbacks, because I think that's where we're going to get the rest of Nick, in those flashbacks. Now we only got Madison, Victor, and Alicia. Because Morgan, And then his 2 new buddies, I'm still, about them, you know?
Well, we still got to find out about them, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're pretty straightforward. I don't think they're hiding anything. That weird chick with the camera, I think she's straightforward. She doesn't seem like she's hiding anything other than that tank she has.
But you know what? Just because they're rolling with Morgan, I'm gonna go ahead and trust you in saying that they're harmless.
Yeah, but hey, we've said that before.
No, I'm just saying there's some interesting ways in which this show can go.
Yeah.
And if the way things have played out up to this point have proven anything, the show got balls, man.
Mm-hmm. I give this episode a solid 9. Yeah, I like it.
I'm going 10.
You going 10? Yeah, you're being generous.
No, I'm not being generous. That was awful. This is the best episode of any Walking Dead show.
No, no, there was some better episodes in last season.
Which
season
ones?
3, season 2. Well, definitely the fucking last episode of season 3. That whole dam debacle and shit. Come on now. You can tell me that wasn't a good episode?
Not as good as this one.
Alright, so 9 and a 10. Alright, guys. Well, join us next week where we rate another episode of fucking Fear.